Next stop, Museum of Fine Arts.
So my name is Carmen Phillips Alvarez. I use she, her pronouns. I'm 20. I'm a criminal justice and political science major, and I'm actually just recently declared a concentration in comparative politics. And I go to Northeastern University. Here's my room. It's kind of a mess, as usual. Here's my little baby desk that eventually I will be buying a chair for. Here is just a shelf from my old dorm that I want to get rid of because I have no use for it. Here's my wall though. I kind of have like a bit of like a baseball wall going. So I tried to do like my baseball related stuff here because baseball is really important to me.
Is that us?
Oh yeah, that is us. You made it to my baseball wall.
Very sweet.
And this is the smallest room in the apartment, but I did pick it because it has a stained glass window.
That's beautiful.
Right? It's gorgeous. I wake up in the morning and I can just see like the light from like the window and it's like, ah! But yeah, and it's definitely still a work in progress, but my room is coming together week by week. Yeah, so YDSA/DSA, it's the biggest socialist party in America, which especially considering like our history with like the Red Scare and like just the stigma surrounding being a socialist, that's pretty impressive. They're in all 50 states. I know all of this because I did like my little national DSA presentation yesterday at the general meeting. We're on the bigger side for a YDSA branch from what I've heard. And this is my second semester as chair/president. And since my freshman year, spring, we have been working on a priority, which is called No Hungry Huskies, which is essentially to lower the cost of meal plans on campus / combat food insecurity on campus.
Our meal plans are the most expensive in the country, and we can't afford them. We can't afford to eat. On top of that, the dining workers were suffering. So we were paying a lot. They weren't getting paid. Nobody was happy with it.
Northeastern's meal plan was about 21% more expensive than the national average. In addition to that, there had been an SGA survey run like through the public student body that basically asked like how many students had experienced food insecurity at least once while during their time on campus, and 1 in 4 students said that they had, which is insane.
1 in 4 students are food insecure here, which is like crazy at such a wealthy university. And then we also pay something like 33% more than an average like Boston student for the meal plan. Honestly, something that's like really terrible that the students have to fight for, but very important that we do.
We've already seen other college campuses vastly improve their meal plans and the quality of their food, and they're still running, right? So obviously Northeastern can do it. They're just choosing not to. So I think if more students around campus knew exactly what we were doing, we'd get amazing overall support and be able to do it really quickly. It's just about spreading the word.
Hosting a rally, that was a really, really exhilarating experience.
3 meals a day! Now! 3 meals a day! Now!
Like, I honestly had no idea what I was doing, and I had just gotten back from New York City the night before, so I was like a little bit like tired.
What do we want? 3 meals a day! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? 3 meals a day! What do we want it? Now!
One last chance, okay, guys? Yeah. And I want to see your energy through the roof!
But I was really, really excited. I've always honestly loved public speaking. Ever since I was a child, I would always do theater and musicals and stuff like that. So I'm definitely like, I wasn't particularly like nervous about like being up there in front of a bunch of people, but I was really, really scared about having to just like say things that I was coming up with, because, you know, in theater, you're reading a script and you just have to memorize that.
So I know Carmen primarily as a friend, so it's really funny to be able to see her go from like, oh, that's my buddy Carmen, to like chair of YDSA. What's cool about her is that it's never like, her ambition to lead is never out of a place of like greed or ambition or like power hungriness, but rather just like a passion for YDSA and making sure that, you know, students on campus are getting what they deserve.
She's very confident, so she knows what she's doing, and you can definitely tell that. So like the people around her can trust her that she's gonna know how to get stuff done. But she's not a control freak, which is great.
She's very kind. The way she approaches things is very genuine and open. She's also very efficient.
I also think she's a lot more efficient.
She gets things done right away, but not in like a rude or pushy way.
She's just so put together. She always knows what we're supposed to do. She tells us what we're supposed to do. She does it in a very nice way.
All around, I think she's just like a really great leader for a movement like DSA. It's the kind of face that we need for that kind of movement, someone who's efficient but kind at the same time.
She will drop everything to just be there for you. I've had multiple instances where I've needed her, and I've needed someone to have an emotional conversation with, and she can handle it. She's always there for you.
So I hope that she continues to remain our chair for the foreseeable future, as long as she wants to be. The power of incumbency is there, and I think she has earned it, so yeah.
You don't just get that experience from like just living your day-to-day life. And it's not like people want to become organizers once they graduate with no experience. Like, you have to have that ingrained in you. You have to have built that confidence on a much smaller level. And YDSA is a great way of doing that. You learn how to public speak, you learn how to canvas, and you're doing that at a much less, like, it's a lower risk for the most part environment, and it's a much smaller environment. I know way more about dining and meal plans than I ever thought I would know. But it's been a really rewarding experience. I've gained so much public organizing and public speaking skills I never thought I would have before graduating, and I'm just happy, and it's cool to know that I am making a difference on campus, and that I am leaving my mark, and that I am kind of like part of the activist like cohort on campus. I never thought I would be there, so yeah.